Hello, here's the news at this hour from TSTV. I'm Kende Duritilu. Here are some major headlines. Reps concur with Senate approve 148 billion naira refund to 5 states. Security operatives deployed to TRENCHARD Hall, University of Ibadan, over selection of new VC. Trump pardons ex-national security advisor. And Argentina begins 3 days of mourning as tributes pouring for Diego Maradona. The news in details. The House of Representatives has approved the request of the President Muhammadu Buhari to refund a total sum of 148.14 billion naira to 5 states. The approval, which was given by the House at the plenary on Wednesday, was in concurrence with the Senate, which granted Buhari's request earlier on Tuesday. The amount was meant for projects executed by the states on behalf of the federal government. Meanwhile, the House on Wednesday considered and adopted the report by the Committee on Aid, Loans and Debt Management on the Promissory Notes Program and bond issuance as refund to Rivers, Bayelsa, Cross River, Osun and Ondo state governments for projects executed on behalf of the federal government. Bayelsa is to get 38.4 billion naira, Cross River 18.39 billion naira, Ondo 7.82 billion naira, Osun 4.56 billion naira, and Rivers 78.95 billion naira. Meanwhile, the Central Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele has said the Coalition Alliance Against COVID-19 will rehabilitate all the police stations that were damaged in the country as a result of the wanton destruction and lootings that followed the recent #EndSARS protests. Emefiele spoke during a press briefing in Lagos on Wednesday at the office of the CBN. He also disclosed that COVID had so far spent 43.27 billion naira on the acquisition of medical equipment and supplies and food palliatives for the vulnerable, among others, adding that the alliance planned to spend 150 billion naira on youth empowerment. He said its preliminary analysis indicated that unemployment, particularly among the youth, was a critical factor behind the unrest. As a result, he said COVID had committed to create a high-impact youth development program that would provide technical and vocational education to over 4 million Nigerian youths over the next 5 years. Soldiers have been deployed to TRENCHARD Hall of the University of Ibadan over the process for the selection of a candidate to replace the incumbent Vice-Chancellor, Professor Idowu Olayinka. According to newsmen, members of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities and non-academic staff of universities have mobilized to the venue of the announcement of the candidate for the Senate/Selection Board for the incoming VC. However, more candidates have withdrawn from the process on allegations of unfairness. Professor A.A. Fasamadi of the Department of Physiology, College of Medicine of the institution was one of the latest additions to those who withdrew from attending the selection process. The federal government has also advised the University Senate to cancel and begin fresh process of selecting a credible Vice-Chancellor. The people of Ishayin in Ishayin local government have commended Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State for his diplomatic deft, with which they claimed led to the ceding of Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogumosho Lautech, to Oyo State by Osun State. The National University Commission, NUC, recently announced the ceding of the ownership of the institution to Oyo State after the two states entered into some agreements bordering on staff welfare and sharing of properties of the university. In a statement signed by the National President, Ishayin Development Union, IDU, Alhaji Bayo Raji, and made available to newsmen on Wednesday, said the body described the development as a pointer to greater things that would happen to Oyo State in the nearest future. He said the brickbats about ownership and sharing of responsibilities have been overcome, while the next step would be for the government and various stakeholders to take the institution back to its former glorious days. The IDU National President also thanked the governor for the work pace on the Isheni-Monia Road, which he said would be over by early 2001, asking the governor to start work on the abandoned Oyo-Isheni Road, as well as the Isheni-Ogumosho Road that was announced recently by the government to be among projects that the government took loan to execute. The news on TSTV will be back right after this. Welcome back, and now to some foreign stories. US President Donald Trump has pardoned his former National Security Advisor, Michael Flynn, who pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI. The president said the widely expected act of clemency was his great honor. Mr. Flynn was among former aides to President Trump convicted during a Justice Department investigation into alleged Russian election interference, where he admitted in 2017 to lying to the FBI about contacts with Russia's envoy, then tried to withdraw his plea. The White House said on Wednesday that the pardon would finally end the relentless partisan pursuit of an innocent man. Mr. Flynn has, however, responded by posting a tweet containing the US flag emoji and a biblical verse, Jeremiah 1:19. The mayor of Zimbabwe's capital, Harare, was arrested on Wednesday over allegations of corruption surrounding allocation of public land. Jacob Mafume spent the night at the police station in the city and has not commented on the accusations. Mr. Mafume was elected as mayor in September. However, the opposition MDC Alliance Party has accused the government of weaponizing the law against its members. Meanwhile, newsmen quote a police spokesperson as saying police will give more information on the arrest today. And in sports, 3 days of national mourning have begun in Argentina after Maradona died on Wednesday at the age of 60. His body will lie in state at the Casa Rosada, the seat of the Argentina government, during that time. Maradona, who played for clubs including Barcelona and Napoli, was captain when Argentina won the 1986 World Cup, scoring the famous hand of God goal against England in the quarterfinals. However, a post-mortem examination was due to take place on Maradona's body later on Wednesday after he died at about midday local time at his home in Tigre, near Buenos Aires. A minute silence took place before Wednesday's Champions League matches, and the same will happen before all other European fixtures this week. Holders Bayern Munich booked their place in the UEFA Champions League last 16 on Wednesday as Robert Lewandowski claimed his 71st goal in the competition in a 3-1 home win over Salzburg. Lewandowski scored just before the break at the Allianz Arena to draw level with Real Madrid great Raul in third on the Champions League list of top goal scorers. Only Cristiano Ronaldo, who has netted 131 times, and Lionel Messi, with 118 goals, have scored more than Poland star Lewandowski. Bayern earned their 15th straight Champions League win to qualify for the knockout stage as Group A winners, as second-place Atletico Madrid drew 0-0 with Lokomotiv Moscow. With that, we've come to the end of the news, a recap of the headlines. Reps concur with Senate approve 148 billion naira refund to 5 states. Security operatives deployed to TRENCHARD Hall, University of Ibadan, over selection of new VC. Trump pardons ex-National Security Advisor, and in sports, Argentina begins 3 days of mourning as tributes pour in for Diego Maradona. Please do not forget to always adhere to COVID-19 safety measures. The news was compiled by Hope Chijioke. I'm Kende Duratilu. Good day, and thanks for watching.